Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day and that you're all ready to do a bit of craft today. We're not going to paint. We're going to do a bit of drawing and a bit of cutting art. We're going to make our own bookmarks, and this we're going to use some pegs. I just used normal wooden pegs that I use on my wash line, and I just took 4 or 5 off, and that is what I have used. I've then taken bits of cardboard, just normal cardboard that I've taken off the ends of things. You can see this one's a little piece of brown cardboard and was torn off in this shape, so I thought, this could be a sailboat. So I just drew a triangle on it in the half for the sails, and the bottom half I just drew half a circle. And excuse, my hands are still full of paint because I paint so much. So that is our sailboat. And that one's a circle, and that I've made a circle with 2 ovals for a bunny, I think. This one I've done a circle and I made 2 little ears. Can you see before I cut it out? And I drew a little cat's face, and I used one of my pens, just a normal little pen. I scratched through my collection to look for pens, and I used a pen and drew a face, and I used my Pritt glue and I glued it on top, and now I've got a clip, and I can clip my book to keep my place. I can clip it on my reading book or my I love to read at night, and you can keep your homework place. You can give it for a present. So we've made that one that looks like a cat or a tiger. This one I drew a circle and another circle in the middle, as you can see there. So I drew a circle and a circle in the middle, 2 eyes and ears before I cut it out, and a little mouth, and I made it pink for a little piggy, and I glued it on my peg. The peg, this one, I used the pen to color the sides. This one I used a pink, like it has a fiber tip, so it's almost like a Koki pen. I tried out all my pens. This one I used my waxy, and look how nice the waxy. This will be for my sailboat because that reminds me of water. And this one I was still busy coloring in, and I was also using a felt tip to do this one. You can use anything, any crayon, any pen that you have, just to give it a color. So this one I'm going to use for my sailboat, and the green I'm going to use for my rabbit. So this was just torn off, and I just cut it into this shape. So all I'm going to do is decide on a color, and I have this pen, this Koki pen, and I'm going to do the bottom in this color, just because that's the color I have and I like. And I think I will do the top sails in orange. Once again, you use what you have. I scratched through all my stationery things to see what I had, and I always keep them in a little bag and keep them together and reuse. Most things you can use on anything. So now I've got my little sailboat, and I'm going to use my glue, and I think my glue I just used I dropped, so I'll use this glue. And my sailboat I'm going to put on my blue peg. There we go, and I'm going to let it dry, and there I've got another bookmark. I can keep papers, I can keep all my precious drawings together. I can use that. One we made earlier yesterday. I pulled the tape off the side, our day and night, so that I taped it to the table. I can pull it off, and I can put my peg on it, and my next drawing I can put on it, and they all stay together. So I've got a sailboat, and what I used, if you wonder how did I get my circle, I used a 5 Rand coin that I drew around on my cardboard. You can use the top of your glue, you can put it down and draw around it, and this is the perfect size to put onto the peg. So this one I've drawn on the cardboard, so I think I'm going to make it what color. I don't have a big variety here today because I looked what I could find, and I think I am going to have a blue bunny rabbit. And I'll make it darker over there in the middle, and I'll get my pen, and I think he'll have big eyes, and we'll give him some eyelashes and his nose. And I think this bunny rabbit has 2 long teeth in front for eating his carrots. What do you think? I think he can have some green eyes. There we go, and he can have a black nose. And he's got to have whiskers. And he's got his 2 white teeth. And then we colour him in. We don't want to go over his teeth, because then he'll have blue teeth. And I think if his teeth had a colour, they might be orange from the carrots. What do you think? This blue might be too dark. Let's see. I don't think so. I think I like it. So I do have a white pen that I'm going to look for quickly. So I found my white pen. So what I'm going to do on my dark bunny, I'm going to go around his eyes and give him his little eyelashes and give him his whiskers. If you've got your crayons and your waxies, you'll have a white if you need it. And there's his teeth. Oh, they look a bit grey. Don't think he's been brushing his teeth. And I'll make his ear like that in the middle. And there's our bunny. So all I would have to do now is cut it out. And I will glue it onto my green peg. Hey. So all my bits of cardboard and whatever I have, I cut it up into pieces, like almost into squares. And then I put them. Now I could use one of my clips. And I could use my clips and keep all my bits of cardboard on. And keep it for my arts and crafts. You can keep your cardboard. You can ask mommy and daddy and sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, anybody to keep bits of cardboard. You can use cereal boxes, any packaging that comes with a cardboard, and you can use, I like to recycle things, so then you don't have to run out to the shops. So my pens, let's say paper, I use them for anything. And even the waxies, you can use them. Don't be afraid, try. So I've cut it out, I've glued it onto my clip, and I love this one. I actually wonder if this isn't my favorite of all. So just like that, I've got 4 lovely bookmarks. Before you take mommy's pegs or whoever pegs that are on the wash line, ask, please can I take? If you've got plastic ones, you might just check the glue sticks to it. But I hope you enjoy this and everything's held together and you don't lose anything. Have a blessed evening.